Day 14 and our last day on the bikes at long last. So in the morning we pedalled down in the national park to a church and had a little guided tour for an hour, which felt all very touristy. It's quite an entertaining tour guide, trying to crack a few jokes and trying to prompt us when to laugh, just in case we didn't realise it was a joke. And a little Hungarian party was there, so we had one man translating everything to Hungarian on the fly, which is quite entertaining. The guy did mention that anywhere in Iceland where you've got a campsite, you build a river next to it, stick a bridge over it, people just start throwing coins into the river as if it's a wishing well, and apparently it is not. But however, we can't stop them doing it. So we do wonder whether they clean the coins up every now and then and call it a tip. So after that little bit of tourism, we biked around the lake for 15 or so clicks. Which we thought would be fairly easy going, but there's some fairly nasty little sharp up hills. And our big prize for the day was the hydroelectric power station, or should I say the power station driven by the steam coming out the ground. So they drill a well, water at 380 degrees, tops gets pumped into a load of generators and steam turbines, and actually supplies all the hot water for most of Reykjavik with one 40-kilometre long pipe going up and over the hill. Now we turn up at this place and obviously Steve's quite excited about the renewable aspect of everything, and only to find that our French friend has beaten us there by about 3 minutes. So we went for a little wander around, learned a lot about how they generate power, had lunch outside, and we're well aware that there's a 15% hill to climb up and out and over the ridge, which is quite a stern test, and Hugh's itching to give this French guy a bit of a run for his money. So we're all sat around waiting for the off. Our French friend makes his move first, and we rush to pack up afterwards and chase him down the road. Our climb was a pretty long pull actually. It was pretty hard work. I think we were all out of our saddles at one point, and we all overtook our French friend, albeit Duncan leaving it to the last 10 metres so that he could have the pleasure of just looking across and giving him a slightly patronising, "Well, don't worry son, we're almost at the top now." Now the downhill was quite a nice run into Reykjavik. Bit of a headwind, but it was a dead straight road over a large flat plain, so just a case of getting the head down and pedalling. Hugh obviously got a little bit bored than the rest of us and got his head down a little bit harder, and he was soon a speck on the horizon, and I tried to stay with him, but obviously no chance. So eventually I just had to stop, and me, Steve and Duncan rolled in and found him sat in a bus shelter on Route 1 waiting for the final mad dash into Reykjavik, where traffic levels significantly increased. We'd kind of forgotten how many cars you can squeeze onto a large road, and but we bimbled our way through town, got a little lost, but nothing too bad. Got to the campsite, flipped a coin about whether to eat out or have a barbecue in, and we decided that the proteins per pound factor would probably be better with the barbecue. So off we trotted to the supermarket and got a good selection of beef and lamb and a sack of charcoal. So had a tremendously good feed, and generally spent some time slapping ourselves on the back. Hugh tells us we've done just over 1,000 kilometres, so not a bad trip. 14 days, including 1 day driving, obviously, which didn't contribute to the kilometres, obviously. And the only thing that remains is really to ask the others what they thought of the trip. So I'll let them tell it to you in their own words.